Mic on.
Buenos dias, todo. Que pedo, que onda, que pasa, que tal? How are you guys doing this morning? We're just about a minute away from opening bell, and we're already looking at the charts this morning, seeing what we're gonna do. And not looking too bad. Pre-market, we had a little bit of a move, then we moved right back down. Currently sitting at 966 over on AMC, and I think it's gonna be a big day for AMC. And I want to get you guys really close on the chart here as the bell rings in about 3 seconds here. So we had our trend line set here. We've got two of them set. We've got one set off the 180 and one set off probably about a 20-day or a 10-day here. And as you can see, we're actually following along that trend line very, very nicely. We actually bounced off of it twice here, once in the pre-market this morning and once yesterday. So I believe we did set this trend line. We moved it yesterday, so this could be the reason why we got the bounce there, but we did bounce right off of it again. So actually a good looking trend line here that we've set, and currently opening a little bit red, pushed down. I knew I should have set a buy order for down here, and we're gonna let it go for a little bit, and we're gonna make a purchase today. We want to add to our position size here, and what I'd like to do is probably buy another 50 shares here. See, we're all our sell wall set. Not too big at the moment. We want to add a couple positions here. We're going to add more. As you guys know, if you follow the channel, we sold out our position in Harley Davidson for a little bit of profit yesterday. So we've got about $1,800, $1,900 in dry powder. And we're going to let this thing bounce down here before we make the purchase, because we know it's going to bounce. We know 950 is our strong level of support here, and we're just going to let it keep falling down for a little bit before we make this this purchase here. Open up the day to sell quite a bit here. Not really sure why that's moving there. So we went ahead and got filled at I said 957. I think it actually bought 955. That moved our average price up quite a bit to $8.93. Currently holding 450 positions long, and we're going to leave some in. We're going to scale in on this one. We're going to leave some powder in there to buy a little bit more. Currently sitting at 450. Yeah, I know you guys probably want me to only buy 20 and set at 420 on 420, but that's all right. Still moving quite a bit down here. Currently 948. Massively oversold at the moment. We might go ahead and add another 25 positions more, or wait to see where we actually bottom out. The fact that we're under 950 right now is quite something, to tell you the truth. I'm actually a little surprised. We blew down through our 950 support level very, very easily to open the day here. Not looking too great, honestly. Everything else pretty much in the red here, except UPC up 5 cents. So kind of odd. See where that's at, 946. We want to buy a little bit more here just to add. Another 10 more at 950. We're just going to keep watch this thing and see where we can get filled at. So we're currently sitting 460 long. Up quite a bit from where we were last week and week before. So not too bad. We still have a little bit more money in the account to add to the position. All right. First, I guess what I want to do is check out Fintel and see where they at. I've been kind of watching it very, very closely through the last few days here, and let me pull it up right here on the screen. Says short volume ratio for yesterday was 31%. Stayed in the 30s. We're actually down now to 200,000 shares. I think we actually had a little bit more this morning. I can't remember what it was. So our short bar off rate fee is at 21.22% right now. I had heard that it was a little bit higher at 22, but definitely higher than we ended yesterday at. This is actually from 14 hours ago, so this actually may have changed. We'll see if they update it. It hasn't been updated just yet, so it's currently where we sit here. And as you can see, the last 4 days in a row now, we've had short volume ratios in the 30s. So massively being shorted still. Very odd that they just keep on keeping on. Keep on shorting this thing. So we're still way down here in oversold for some reason. What's the news looking like? Anything news? Nope, nothing. I just saw something here about Sundial. Where did it go? Sundial gain ground as Tesla. Okay, so not sure what they're talking about on Sundial there. Let's pull up the flex screen here so we can look at AMC and see how we're doing over here. AMC actually dipping down itself today. So you can see here here's our other support level at 939. Actually a little surprised that we pushed underneath 950 so easily there. We may get that bounce above and hold above it again for a while. Yeah, GME not looking too great to start the day either. It looks like they already got their bounce and they're starting to move back upwards. Same with us here. So looking very similar so far on the day here. For AMC and GME. So there was an SEC ruling, I think takes place on Thursday, April 22nd, that basically says hedge funds, if they short, or any brokerage or money market, money maker, or financial institution, if anybody is shorting a position, they need to have the collateral to match that position, whether it be physical shares or just collateral in any capacity to match what they're leveraging, right? So this could be a big deal. One, it could limit the amount that they can potentially short, because if they're over leveraging themselves, now they can't leverage as much. They can't short as much because maybe they don't have the money to short 100 million shares or 50 million shares, right? So it's going to be more risky for them. It's already risky for them to short it, but it's going to be a lot harder for them to short. So that ruling takes effect on April 22nd. I don't know if it goes back and says everything you've already shorted, you need to now have leverage, or if it's everything from 22nd on, you need to make sure that you have the capital to back it, the collateral. All right, so we're making our move here. And I've been really debating putting all the money we made from Harley into AMC. So I don't know. Would really like to. Today we got the America kit on. Back to the kits. Kind of ducked away from them for like the last few weeks. Might be going back to wearing the kits on the stream. Let's see what we got here. Back down to 947. So it looks like we're finding some support down here in this 940 to 950 range. So still, pretty good. I do like us being above 950, but it's all good. We're floating around that range right now, so nothing to really be mad at. Still in the oversold territory here, so if you're looking to buy up some shares, this is the potential area to do so. I would not mind getting to 500 shares today. We're just gonna wait and see where we can, get a few more here and there. Dogs are going crazy in the background. Yeah, we're gonna wait to see what plays out here. We like to just add to the position. I don't want to go and add everything all at once, but however, when I do see uh, value, I want to go ahead and add it at that time. And I'm just gonna from here on out, the first 50 to open up, I want to just kind of scale in today. I don't want to add everything all at once, and then the price just dips lower and lower and lower. So currently holding 470 long at dollar cost average of $8.95, and steadily just losing on the day here, but it's not too bad. We're still kind of holding up around that range at 944, 945. We'll see if we can hold steady. Massively oversold right now, according to the RSI. And we'll see if we start making that transition back over to the buying power. Everything else pretty much red in our portfolio here. I'm gonna pull up some Reddit stuff and see if we can find some good DD to go through. I was looking this morning. I didn't really see too much, and I still have yet to see anybody go over what I had went through back on the 180 here. So go back to the 180. I've still yet to see really anybody go over the amount of days from quadruple witching to the squeeze, and then back quadruple witching back in December to the current quadruple witching, which is or the last one that happened back in March 19th. So we got December 18th to the squeeze. Here's this to the squeeze, and then March 19th to where we currently set. We are very, very close. We're probably like right about in this range right here. If you count the days, the trading days here, we're like right here. So today and tomorrow is when, and I mean, it's close. You can see they had a little bit of a push and a down, and we've had a little bit of push and a down. We're trending right on pattern. So I don't know if that's going to respect that. We'll see if that holds up. Let's see here. Get over into AMC stock, Reddit, all lowercase, all one word. Just see if there's anything going on here. A lot of this has kind of been a little bit trash posts mostly. So here you guys go. Here's the Ortex update for today. Estimated short interest 23.03%. A free float utilization 99.9. Shares on loan 150.59 million. Average cost of borrow for loans taken out last 24 hours 25%. So pretty high there. I don't think Fintel has caught up, and we're actually going to see 200,000 available. So looks like it has updated, but it hasn't changed. So they may just be lacking behind a little bit. We're going to keep watching it, keep seeing what it's doing. Keep on keeping on, see where we're at here. Dropped a little bit lower, 941, so 940. Yeah, anyhow, so that's really what my prediction is to kind of take a look and see from December 18th when this quadruple witching day happened, how many days until we hit that squeeze. And then the same thing from March 19th on this last quadruple witching day, and we are very, very close to the amount of days. Very, very close here. There's December 18th, and here's the run up here. I think this is day number 21, which is today. So you can see it wasn't until it went down a little bit, and it wasn't until the second half of the day where it actually started to really push. So although on the 180 they were in oversold or overbought territory pretty much the entire time. And let's see where we stand. We are not too far off. We're actually pretty far down here from being overbought. So take that as you will. We are falling underneath this trend line that we have set here, but we are bouncing off this level of support here at 939. So we'll kind of just see what happens throughout the day. Starting the day very, very down, very red. And depending on where we close out here, you know, this 946 would be our 50% retracement here, just for this little run we had over the last day and a half here. So take that as you will as well. So we'll see, you know, kind of what happens here. A little bit of a mini pullback. You know, nothing too bad. I did anticipate us holding above the 950 range for a while, and unfortunately we have not done that. Kind of just got hammered down early on. A lot of volume. Well, no, not really. In the hundreds of thousands. Even the highest candle there, 330,000. So that's a decent amount of volume. So we got that bounce here. We'd like to go ahead and just buy a couple more shares. Ooh, low of 9. Low of 933. Nasty. Not quite sure where I set this and why I set it there. I need to go ahead and remove it. All right, what we're trying to do is attack the sell walls. Hit at 944. Another 10 more shares, so nothing crazy. We bought in 80 shares today. Maybe where we stop for a little bit. And kind of just hold steady there. Trying to keep some dry powder on my account just for anything that happens. So we're gonna see where we at. Currently 945. So getting that push up, you can see we found that level of support, and we're starting to make a reversal here. We'll see. Didn't consolidate for very long. We just kind of stair stepped down. So we'll see if this is just like a nice little pullback, and then we start continuing that downward trend. However, I don't know. I don't know. Seeing a reversal here on the according to the RSI, starting to get back in normal ranges between 30 and 70. So I anticipate we're going to start getting that push back up. We'll see where we get topped out at, where we find that level of resistance. Take this away for the moment. Currently sitting at a dollar cost average of 8.96, so still under that $9 range for us, which we're happy about. I really don't like averaging up, but I want to take this time to help the cause, move the cause, and average in. Just keep adding to the position size here. 480 is nothing to shake a stick at. I'd really like to be up to 500 shares today. So I think that's probably the goal. I think that's what I thought going in. It's like, I want to add another. I want 100 shares more. We were setting at 400 this morning, and I like that nice number of 500. So currently now AMC is the biggest size in our portfolio, or biggest position we have in our portfolio. So no coffee yet this morning. Trying to limit the caffeine intake. I've had this reoccurring back injury over the last 3 years, and I think a lot of it has to do with nerves. So if your body's tense and the caffeine kind of adds to that, it could affect it. So no sodas. Only I had 1 cup of coffee yesterday morning. No alcohol, anything like that. Lots of water, just to try to help with the inflammation. So starting to get that push here. We'll see if we can get above this 950 and stay above for the rest of the day. But it's fine. I have a feeling something big is going to happen today somewhere in the market. We don't quite know where. It looks like Rocket's up 4 cents. Sens is up 1 cent. UPC is up 8 cents. And AMC is down 19 cents now. So could start seeing that push. Oddly enough, my my call option here is up $3 on the day. I don't know how that happens. I mean, it's still down from a couple days ago. I think it was at 36 cents, which would be $36. It's now at 33, but it says it's up $3. or 3 cents here. So we'll see. All right, so right now we are trading above the SMA line. We just got a bounce right off of the SMA. See if we can hold up here. Touching it now. See if we can get a bounce off the SMA and keep pushing up towards this middle VWAP here. We did touch the lower VWAP a couple times here. First, you know, 3rd minute of the day and 4th minute of the day, you know, we blew below. We touched, got a bounce, and then we touched almost again. We touched back here on the low of the day. So surprising that we hit that far down. Looks like we are going to get this bounce off the SMA here. Start making our way back up. I like to see us get back above this this middle VWAP here. I do want to take a look at Hog and see where they're at, and you know, look at there. So we sold out yesterday at I think 44.50. We left some profit on the table here, you know, quite a bit actually, but we end up taking 8.98% out, and you know, from the position that we had 42 long, dollar cost average of $40.85. We sold at 44.50, so we made, you know, a little bit of money. It wasn't a lot. It was like $173. Not a lot. We did take dividends over the last 3 years on this, so you add those dividends in, and you take that we've held this thing for that long, so the capital gains tax will be much lower. You know, not too bad. We didn't know where it was going to end. We had price targets of $43, $45, and $55. So when we got close to that $45 mark, which was the second one, the middle one, that's when I decided, you know what, let's go ahead and take it. And I did it early in the morning, right about here. And then as soon as I did it, you know, it started to move upwards. So it is what it is. I think that I think there's good value in Harley. I don't think right now. I think right now this is a terrible time to get in. If you look at the 3 years, you can see that they're over the 3 year. Their high was 46.79. So I really don't think that it's a good time to buy right now. That's just me personally. I should have averaged down a long time ago and did not. Wow. All right. So currently sitting at 938, moving down. Breaking below this level of support at 939, and I don't know really what's going on here. Either this thing is getting massively shorted right now. It's got to be. There's no one is, I don't know who is selling. None of us apes are selling. We're all diamond handing here, and somehow this price is just getting massively pushed down here. And let's look at the market as a whole today, because I would imagine market's not doing too bad, kind of staying flat right now, a little steady. Actually sold a little bit, got a nice push, and then setting flat here according to the this is the S&P 500 ETF known as SPY spiders. So they had a, you know, nasty sell off yesterday, nasty sell off early this morning, so they're making that run back up here. I don't know why AMC's trading so low right now. Pretty nasty right now at the moment, if you ask me, because I don't know anybody who's actually selling. So I'm gonna pull up the daily thread here on AMC stock Reddit. See if we can see what's going on. I may add quite a bit, especially if we get down below our average price here. I will start to average down. So I'll purchase 80 shares today. Hell, I'll purchase another 80 or 100 more and drive our average price down. We started out when we started holding this thing at like 848, and then we've averaged up all the way. But I think when we started out, we were like 200 shares. So now we're at 480. We've more than doubled our position size. 21 more at 935. Love gambling from Homeboy 0323. I hear you, man. Yeah, I've been adding in. You know, kind of wish I would have waited to make that big purchase a little bit later on, but I thought the bounce was going to be, you know, somewhere down here, 950. We traded below it, so it is what it is. Millions of ETS shares available with low interest. What is this? This is Stonk O Tracker. Currently sitting at 931. I'm gonna pull this up just quick. See if we can see AMC on here. Oh, okay, so this is the ETFs that hold AMC, I think, down here, and potentially in here. This is for GME. This one's for AMC, and these are the shares available that they have to short, I guess. Massive fee there. Yeah, I don't care too much about that. So currently 932, 931. Man, hitting that low of the day, 931, and just massively staying oversold here. 928, making new lows for the last few days here. Pretty much giving all the ground back that we gained over the last 5 trading days. Not really. I have to go back and see where we were at. Where were we at here? 5 days ago. That's 15 minute. Let's pull up the 5 minute. I keep hitting the wrong one. There we go. All right. So 831. So I think that was about the time we started making the run, and then we pull back, and now we're pulling back again. Could bottom out down here at this $9 range. So look for that. Just trying to get a feel for where I think we might have another level of support in here. I've been getting rid of a lot of these red lines. You see I got a ton of red lines right now. Ton of price levels. And I try to get rid of them as we move past them. But now we're moving back down within range. So yeah, 922. I don't really know. I don't really know. I do know that this looks nasty. I mean, we're this oversold here from the moment we opened. Like some crazy stuff is going on. This is like a last ditch effort right here. This looks like that they're so desperate right now. Looks like desperation. Yeah. All right. So here's someone on the AMC stock Reddit chat. Look at that completely natural price action. Nothing to see here, folks. No manipulation whatsoever. Yeah, exactly. Somebody else here. Blood Red Ryan, or I'm sorry, Blood Red Dorian, says this seems like the last, or like a last attempt. So reeks of desperation. Yeah, exactly what we're seeing right here on our stream here. No manipulation by hedge fund. Nothing to see here. Not Groundhog Day with this shit. They're bottoming the daily RSI while blowing their current load. Available ETF borrows. I can smell the end. They're borrowing the daily RSI while blowing up their current load. Available ETF borrows. I can smell the end. So sorry, it was like it was moving all over the page there while I was trying to read. If everyone starts selling in small increments as the stock price rises, that might end up killing the squeeze prematurely. Please don't F this up. We can only name the price by standing firm as one. Hold the line until we reach the moon. Yeah. We're holding here. We've held this since it was in the fives. Actually, so we started in this position around the $5 range, and I started scalping, and I was making money on it. And then when I did that a couple of days, and then I was like, you know what, there's a real movement here. This thing's not done. It's just getting started. And so yeah, I started holding from then. At that point, I was like, yeah, $8. So I wrote it up to 8 from 5, and then I held it all the way through the $14 range, and I was up big. Like for me and my account size, my portfolio in this account here is only like $10,000. So we were up, and I've grown that massively over the last the last few months. I looked yesterday, actually, me and my girlfriend were looking through some stuff, and I was looking through my portfolio on TD Ameritrade, and I've pretty much doubled my portfolio size in this brokerage account since February. So it was like February 9th or February 15th. I was at like 5 grand. Now I'm right about 10 grand. So just really grown it. And yeah, I've been adding as much as I can in it here and there, and then selling positions that are profitable and entering them into new positions and trying to make money, making some day trades, some swing trades, scalping, stuff like that. So I just wanted to see this 5-day chart, kind of see where we stand. Having ourselves another little pullback, a nasty one, at that, and somewhere around this 920ish. 909. I mean, this is our next level of support down here. It's a strong level of support. Very, very disappointed that we didn't hold up here at this 939 or the 950 range. It seems to be a very good level of support for us, but really think there's some manipulation going on here, that they're getting really, really, really desperate, shorting this as much as they had. They basically took every position that they can and they shorted it all at once early on in the morning. And why they're doing that, I have no idea. So finally starting to get a bounce above the SMA here. So not too bad. See if we can hold. We only held for about 5 minutes previously. See if we can actually get a hold for a little bit longer here, and starting to break through it already again. So still remaining on this oversold according to the RSI. Just massively here. So my opinion, good times to buy. Good times to buy. Just going to watch it and see where it kind of goes. See what's going on over here in the chat. See what they got. Just bought more. Oh crap! Please consider that this could possibly drop to a ridiculous low price. $5 just before the squeeze. Please just hold. If you got to catch some drop. Okay, yeah, whatever. I don't think it's gonna drop down to 5. There's no way. No way. Where's the FBI? Isn't the manipulation illegal? When this squeezes, I'm gonna immediately start eating pineapples on my. Oh my gosh! What in the world? Jeez. I can't even read that. That's too much. I could read a lot of stuff on here. I can't do that. That was a guy speaking, by the way, and it was pretty dirty. Let's see. Anyone got an update? Massive discount. About 1,200 more shares. Invest over 10K. This is lit AF. Well, somebody's selling to drive the price down. This sucks. I don't think anybody's selling. The best part about them trying to cause a sell-off is that they have to fight us for the paper hand shares. We're buying up just as quick, if not faster than they are. So, buying 10 every hour today. Man, I should have done something like that. That'd be pretty cool. Every hour, buy 10 more shares. How many hours are in the trading day? Is it like 8? It's not a lot. I mean, it's like, I wish I had those kind of 8 hours. 8:30 to 3. Dude, that'd be awesome. It's like 6.5 hours. And they get a lunch. Dude, man. Traders, man. What do they have to bitch about? They come in super late. That's like, so it's 8:30 here. It's 9:30 on the East Coast. They come in. I'm sure that they get there early and they do stuff. Yeah. But they get off super early, man. I mean, that'd be awesome. You're off at like, when the market closes, and then you just have the rest of the day to do research and do whatever. So staying above the SMA now. And here's our little trend line from the 180 here that we set. Starting to get that bounce above it here, so could be respecting this one a little bit more than this one here. And we'll just back out so I can show you. On the 180, we have this one set from way down here, right? So that's the one we're really respecting right now. This other one I set from back here when we had this dip before our little run up, and you can see we are not quite there. However, this is on a 4 hour, so this could pull back up and potentially stay on this and kind of ride it up. So we were almost down here. Looks like we're a little close, but not close on the 4 hour. Not even close at all. Close here because it runs here, but not close when we look at the 4 hour. Hedgies, what the F? What kind? What is this? I don't understand what they're talking about here. Yeah, we're down 3.26%. Dude, somebody get this guy out of here. So I just that's the thing with this. If you come in here, I kind of would stay away from this the daily chat. It's honestly they're growing in members, and when they do so, you get a lot of people in here that it's and you see the posts where people will get mad and they say, only should only be posted for good DD, and we get, and I agree, they need to be a little bit more professional. Um, this is a fight, and a lot of people are just thinking that, oh, if I just buy, that's it. I'm just gonna be a millionaire, and they think, I see it all the time in here, like, oh, I bought 10, let's go to the moon. It's like, dude, even if this thing goes up to $1,000, that's not a lot of money. $10,000 is not a lot of money. What are you gonna do with $10,000? Like, I get it. Like, you're happy and you're stoked, and yes, we need everybody. The small, even one share. Yes, I agree, 100%. Every share counts. We need them all. And I guess it's cool, be excited, but there's just a lot of stuff in here that, like, this guy talking about his freaking boy butter and stuff. Like, come on, man. I just don't. You get a lot of crap in here, and so I think it's just kind of what's ticking me off a little bit about this. Um, I want to see some more information here. Picked up another 1,400 shares in increments of 69. All right, that's cool. Buy the rip. Currently trading at $9.34. Sorry, so what I've got is I had this up right here, just kind of on the side, and probably just ate away a few of my viewers that I had here, but it doesn't matter. See if we got anything going in the chat this morning. Just want to say good morning to everybody. I don't think this thing is done. Like, I think that there's gonna be a big price movement today, and I think that they were really trying to stall that out. I think that they know that. I think some major stuff is about to happen here. So I got this pulled up here. I'm just kind of reading through some of this stuff. Thanks, Mod, for slaying shills and banning other stonks than AMC. Then AMC. Then AMC? No, it should be then A. Put an A there, buddy. Buy some miracle. It hits 8. Yeah, okay, whatever. Dude, every single day, my girlfriend talks to me about Dogecoin. And I'm like, or she's like, what do you think about XRP? I'm like, I mean, what, Ripple? Or she's like, oh, what do you think about ETH? I'm like, Ethereum? It's like, look, I know about some of this stuff, but I don't follow crypto like I used to. I'm just kind of out of crypto. It's too volatile for me. I don't trust it enough. And right now, I've got like a lot on my plate with AMC. I just kind of heavily going on AMC. The thing with Dogecoin is that, like, yeah, I had a pretty large position in Dogecoin back in 2018, and if I would have held, I would have made about 50 grand. So it's massive. That's a huge position for me. But I don't look back at that and say, oh, I wish I would have held on to that. It was only $600 that I had in. To me, at that time, that was half of my portfolio. So, and I had it in Doge. So seeing the volatility, I was like, man, this is up one day, down the next. No, I can't do it. I was just scalping it at the time as well, and I sold out, made a couple $100, and then I moved into the market here, opened up TD Ameritrade account. Actually, I had a TD Ameritrade account at the time. It was the first account I opened, but I think it was back then. Did I have a Robinhood? Yeah, I had Robinhood back then. Man, I've had Robinhood for a long time. So when people started getting on Robinhood, I had to re-download the app and see what was going on over there, because Everybody's Robinhood. I'm like, dude, I got out of Robinhood a long time ago. I ended up putting some more cash back in it. Currently, the only thing I hold over there is SNDL. Let's check out SNDL. Actually, see how SNDL is doing today. Okay, not too bad. They were, trading below $1 up until this morning. So they had a $1.10. Now they're starting to sell off. So people probably taking profits now. Little, pump and dump, I guess, or whatever. Maybe it's just having a pullback. I do like that it hit above 110 because where I'm holding it at, it's not very good. I need to average down, but can't do so. I can't put any more money in SNDL. Too risky for me. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's on the 20 day. I've been holding it for longer than that. On the 180. See, I've been holding since. Where would I've probably been holding it since down here. So, yeah, not looking good for me at all. I'm holding it like 215, 213. Yeah. So I've been holding since here. What is this? February 16th. So yeah, SNDL is not looking good for me. I'm kind of like just basically kiss that money goodbye. I'm just gonna leave it in there. I may throw like $100 in there at some point, just kind of help average down. I don't have much, like $400 or $500 in there. I just figured, you know what? I'll just hold it in there until who knows. We'll see what happens. I'll just keep it in there. Maybe in a year from now, come back and check it out. If something crazy happens on the federal level with decriminalization and or legalization for recreational marijuana, then I think there's potential there for it to grow quite a bit. Dude, when you look at it like this from a zoomed out view, it just looks so bad. Currently sitting at 929, so holding up at my chair's caught up on something here. It's this massager I have in the chair. It's the clicker for it. All right. You know what? I'm gonna transition audio for a quick sec. So give me a moment here. Let me pull up my OBS. See what's good. Because when I do this, I've got to change some stuff over. All right, all right, all right. Looks like we're working pretty good here. Okay. Yep. All right. So nothing's being doubled right now. Yeah. So when I change this over, I have to just to monitor the audio mixer. I haven't ran I haven't ran wireless in a long time here. Something was going on with my either my USB dongle there for the wireless or something. I don't know. Anytime I was on Discord or in game chat like for Call of Duty, the mic wasn't picking up, and it's only here recent. So what I did was I was like, you know what? I don't have the software on my desktop. I don't think I've ever downloaded the software because I built this desktop in January, and yeah, I never downloaded the Corsair IQ. At least I didn't think so. Maybe I did. I don't know. Whatever it was, I downloaded the other day. I went ahead and forced update the firmwares on both the dongle and the headset. And I don't know. Seems to be working right now. I haven't really tested it on Discord or on Call of Duty, so don't really know if it's working. We're gonna go ahead and buy up a few more shares here. Let's see where the sell wall is at. 925. Let's go ahead and attack that sell wall. And we got filled there. Now sell wall's moving up. All right, so hey, I contributed, right? Currently sitting at 490 positions long. Dollar cost average of $8.97. Got to save some powder in case this thing drops down below $9. Because I would like to average down quite a bit here. And I would like to be over 500 shares before the end of the day. So it's a battle today. Looks like they're trying to hold us up here at this 9.25 range. So a really strong level of support for us at 9.25. But Hey, you know what? This is a good time for us to buy. We're going to keep buying more. It is what it is. We're up a little bit. Only looks like we're up about 100. Not even 100 now. Dropped down. So 90. Yeah, about $100 overall. Down 171 on the day. We averaged quite a bit so far. We added 90 shares to our position size here. Currently sitting at 490 long, 897. So not too bad. I'm gonna pull up some more chat stuff over here. Just kind of see what's going on, see what people are talking about. Sometimes, very, very, very rarely, there's some good DD that's in here. Dude has a good point here, saying that institutional holders or toots, basically, if this thing hits 1,000, that every one of them's gonna sell, including Wanda with their 30 million shares, if they hadn't already at that time. Just facts. I think that is true. That's the one thing that I think can keep this thing from really going that far. And there's an issue I have with Jackson Hunter. I like the guy. I've been watching some of his videos for a while now. Like basically since some of the first videos he put out on AMC, I was kind of around back when he only had like 50 viewers or so. Now he's getting more popular and stuff. And basically everybody has the same information. It's just all who you really want to listen to, whether it's Trades or Andrew. I don't even watch Andrew Mo Money anymore either. A lot of those guys put out the same information. It's just in what format do you want to hear it, right? So it's just all kind of repetitive stuff, nothing really new. But I think with Jackson Hunter that I disagree with him on is that he keeps mentioning the Volkswagen squeeze. You can't mention the Volkswagen. The Volkswagen squeeze was a completely different squeeze when it happened, because it basically was between the I want to say it was between Porsche and the German government. Like those were like the only two people that held and squeezed this thing out. Um, we'll have to try to find the history here on the Volkswagen squeeze. Volkswagen. When did the Porsche VW? So here's somebody explaining it. I'm gonna take a quick peek here. All right, so 929 is currently what we set at the stock here. Looks like we're kind of trading a little sideways for the moment now. Take a look at volume here, around 50,000, the highest there, 160. So volume's down, kind of trading sideways. So I'm going to take the time just to go ahead and read this little article here. This is written by Rachel Curry, February 3rd, 2021, published at 10:49 a.m. Eastern. Oh wow, so this is like pretty recent here. If you thought that the market's latest short was the first of its kind, you're highly mistaken. Hedge funds and institutional investors have been shorting stocks for centuries, both domestically and abroad. In 2008, smack dab in the middle of the Great Recession, one stock reaped the capital of a short squeeze. Volkswagen. Explaining the Volkswagen short squeeze of 2008. Around 2006, Porsche decided it wanted to get more voting rights and decision-making power as a Volkswagen business partner. The company ensured this through its investments. After purchasing Volkswagen shares in swarms, the stock started to steadily increase over a few years by hundreds of a percent. Okay, hundreds of a percent. Whatever. Hedge funds saw this and let me scroll this down because it's kind of high up there. Hedge funds saw this and thought that Volkswagen stock was majorly overvalued, so they shorted the stock in much of the same fashion that we have seen AMC, BlackBerry, GameStop, and more. By late 2008, short positions were 12% above outstanding shares. But since most of Volkswagen shares were reserved for institutional and government shareholders, there was a disparity in purchasing power. Hedge funds lost about $30 billion while Porsche made bank. However, the interesting thing is that the squeeze didn't last. Most hedge funds maintained their positions and they were rewarded by a 70% dip just 1 month after the Volkswagen squeeze. How long the Volkswagen squeeze lasted? The bulk of the Volkswagen short squeeze lasted just 4 days, after which shares had fallen 58% from their peak. However, it took weeks for VW stock to falter enough for most of the squeeze to have been returned to hedge funds at last. And here's a nice little graph here, 60 days before the peak, where they were at. They peaked at around $1,000. You can see here it's just showing GameStop here. However, GameStop's kind of maintained. In the fall of 2008, shares of Volkswagen more than quadrupled in a matter of 2 days. The stock dropped 58% in 4 days after its peak. Chart shows the price. So, yeah, I'll just continue reading on, and then we'll get back to what I was trying to make the point at. Here you can see the Volkswagen share price faltered about the same level that it was 60 days before the last peak, or before the peak. It only took another 60 days to do so. We have yet to see how things with GameStop and other squeezed stocks from early 2021 will play out. The Volkswagen short squeeze puts GameStop into perspective. One of the hedge funds that shorted GameStop, called Melvin Capital, over the course of January 2021, Melvin lost a massive 53% of its assets under management. Most of the loss impacts wealthy investors, but it also impacts pensioners operating under the hedge fund. On the other side of the coin, some retail investors who bet against the shorts did the squeezing, won big, while others went in at the peak and have lost comparative fortunes. Dissimilar to Volkswagen's 2008 escapade, the modern-day short squeeze was more dramatic. Most hedge funds covered their positions, and some even went so far as to swear off shorting from here on out. All the while, retail investors either won or lost, but it seems the latter category might be on the uptick. Yeah, FOMO. So I want to go back to just a portion here, if I can find it. That basically this was between Porsche and the government here. So by late 2008, short positions were 12% above outstanding shares. But since most of the Volkswagen shares were reserved for institutional and government shareholders, so it wasn't a massive, there weren't massive positions being held by the public here. This was basically two entities that made this thing squeeze. And there's just a difference there, right? They can decide the price and they can pull out when they want to. And that's the difference on GameStop and AMC, is that we have many, many, many retail investors holding the position. And so going back to whatever this guy said in this Reddit post, I don't even know if it's still up here. He basically was saying that, like, if this thing hits $1,000, whoever financial or institutes are gonna sell out, right? They're gonna take that money, they're gonna sell. When they see 100% return on their investment, they're probably gonna start selling out, and it's gonna drive this thing. I don't want to be negative Nancy, but I don't see a $100,000 floor. I think that it's ridiculous, right? I just really don't see it because of the diversity that you have. I mean, if we got together with some of these financial institutions, like BlackRock or Vanguard, and was like, hey, we're not selling to 100K, you know what I mean? Let's team up here. I know that that's probably illegal, but I'm just saying, like, you'd have to set the price. We had to all be in it together, and unfortunately, we're not. And the biggest portion of these shareholders, like Vanguard or BlackRock, who own, hundreds of thousands, if not, hundreds of thousands of shares, or thousands and thousands of shares. I mean, the majority of the shares being held by the institutes or the toots, they're gonna sell. That's just the way it is. They probably have something that states they probably have company regulation, like, at this percent is, in this situation we sell at 20%, right? We're taking that 20% no matter what happens. We sell at this. I don't know. I'm sure that they can see the value and they'll say, we're going to hold on for a little bit longer. But I just don't think that the 100K floor is possible. Do I think this thing could get to $1,000? Oh yeah, yeah. I think this thing could easily get to $1,000 easy. I think this thing is bigger than the GameStop squeeze. The only difference that I would say between AMC and GameStop is the shares outstanding. And for that reason, I kind of feel like it will probably be half the squeeze that GameStop is or was. Even though this is looking to be a much greater squeeze, sometimes I think, like Heckle and Jod, or Jekyll and Hyde, I've got two sides of my brain that think in two opposite ways, or kind of along the same lines. But one side I think like potentially we could get up to $1,000, and then the other side I think that potentially this thing will be a little bit less than what GameStop squeezed, just because of the shares outstanding. And I don't know how that affects. Maybe somebody can like answer that for me. Maybe eventually I'll find the D on it. But with us having supposedly 450 million shares outstanding and GameStop only having like 70 million shares outstanding, um, I don't know. You would think that the fewer amount of shares, the higher the price could go. It's just that there's just more or less supply. But I guess potentially if everybody held, it could drive up a little bit higher. So currently 933, still trading sideways, a little flat right now. Nothing really going on in volume here. Other positions still a little bit red on the day. Nothing really happening here. Good thing I didn't buy Fubo. I was fixing to buy Fubo last night. I'd seen Fubo rise like 4% yesterday, 3%. I was going to average my position down. Steadily just dropping right now, currently at 1850. I think we're in Fubo for like 23 bucks right now. Yeah, 23.12. So not very good for us. We're down about $115 over here on Fubo. Pretty nasty, actually. I mean, this is pretty real nasty here. One of the things we looked at on Fubo that I actually liked, and was the fact that they rose up. I don't know what this is. This is probably like January, so could have been part of the squeeze. Whatever, right? But they started to rise back up, and then now they're falling back down. But then they had the announcement for the World Cup that they got some World Cup qualifying games on Fubo, and we saw, I don't know if that was at it. We saw a massive spike in price, so I was like, yeah, cool, man. I think this is gonna go back up, and I thought this was our range right here, was in here, right? Unfortunately, I think I didn't take a look out, larger, a macroscopic look. I didn't take a bigger look out and see on the 180 that we're actually in a downtrend. So this thing could continue down. And then when I noticed that, I did set this price level down here and said, I think it was yesterday, day before, sometime in the last week, we looked at this, we set this and said this is potentially is the bottom here, $15. So looking to get a bounce off that, and then potentially that's when we enter a position. Could also hold up steady, kind of where we're maybe we're sitting at here in this range. Here found some support at the $18 level, but looks like the next level of real support is on at 15. So it is what it is. Probably gonna keep falling. I don't know. Don't care. It's only like 25 positions here at $23. So whatever. It's money I could put on AMC, but it's not there right now. So speaking of AMC, trading a little bit down, a little bit past where I thought. We're not making good runs now like we were. Even last week, we had a nice 3-day run. Then we had a nice little 1-day run yesterday, and then now really, I don't know what's going on here. I think just a little bit of a pullback. I think just a last-ditch effort for the hedge funds. So this is really showing their desperation. Actually, while we're gonna let's go ahead and pull up the Fintel information and see what's going on over here. See if they've updated yet. 150,000 shares available. Still at 21.22. I feel like that's changed, but saying that it hasn't changed for 15 hours, so it is what it is. I'm seeing that it's a little bit more, and this is a little weird that if it has changed and they haven't updated this. Normally this thing is updated with early in the morning, at least after the first hour of trading, and currently we're just about coming up on that first hour, so maybe we'll see it here very soon and see where this short borrow fee rate is. But man, we are steadily, steadily going up. When we start hitting that 23s, it's on from there. Where was it at? A lot of people had posted it on here. Why is this like so low? Can I not make that larger? I don't know. That's weird. Let's go all the way to the bottom, see what's going on here. The mods are active, blah, 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 blah. They're shorting millions of shares, and you buy 100 shares thinking you are, well, okay. Well, it sounds like a guy's just being a shill. I mean, there is some truth to it. You know, you buy 100 shares and you think that, I don't know what else his thing is, so I can't say, but you know, yeah, I'm helping the cause. But do I think that I'm really making a dent when these guys are shorting 1 million shares and I'm only buying 100? Me personally, am I making like a huge dent? No, but I think that you know, all of us together, that's when I think that we make a difference. If I buy 100 and the next guy buys 100 and the next guy buys 10 and the next guy buys 200 and the next guy buys 1,000 and we get a couple wells step in, there's some big money in here. We've got some institutionals backing us as well that many people don't know about or probably do at this point. BlackRock and Vanguard, biggest ones. Um, you know, we're battling. This is a battle. It's kind of odd. It's like the kingdoms of the hedge funds are battling it out. You got BlackRock and Vanguard versus Susquehanna and Melvin Capital and Citadel, and then we're like the pawns in the very beginning. All the guys that run up and that die. So like when you're watching Game of Thrones and you see the big fight, and then they just kind of show the fighting happen at a distance, and you don't really see what's going on. And the people that are really in the show, the main characters, they're a little bit back, and then they battle a little bit later on. We're kind of those frontline people. At least I am. Kind of one of those frontline guys, just going in there, fighting on the ground, getting dirty with my little 490 shares. I was gonna say 490,000, but 490 shares. So oh man, I think it's just about time to make the cup of coffee today. Just trying to hold off a little bit. I think I'm gonna need it here. I want to take the time to appreciate anyone who's watching, has been watching, ever watched. Thank you very much. Um, Even if I had no viewers, here we go. Why is it dropping today, and when will it go to the moon? I have 5,000 shares. I'm losing today. I'm willing to sell now to go to Doge. Well, Mike, yeah, man, you do you. Whatever you think is best for you. Um, what I would say is, truthfully, if you think this is a lot for you to handle, that it's dropping today after it went up yesterday, after it went up 15% last week, before it had a pullback on Friday, I wouldn't go to Dogecoin. You're going to find Dogecoin is much more volatile. We talked about this early on in the stream. That's why I got out. If you think that going from AMC to Doge is going to help you feel more confident and comfortable, and you're going to make, I mean, if you're just in for a quick buck, maybe you can get over on Doge and you can make some money. But if you're holding on to this thing, thinking that it's going to happen overnight, you're sadly mistaken. This is a long, long battle here. Doge at 36%. Go ahead, go to Doge, man. Doge is steadily dropping right now. 36 cents, I'm sorry. It's up on the week, but on the day, we're looking red on the day here. I don't know. You do you, man. If that's what you think, I've been there, done that with Doge. Doge, you got to be careful. Big wells make moves. A lot of pump and dumps. You get excited for it. If you're gonna go to Doge, man, make sure you buy at the bottom. Make sure you wait till that thing drops, and it ain't done dropping yet. It might have one more good pop up. I don't think it's today. Remember, today was supposed to be the big day. I don't see nothing happening today. It's actually down on the day. You gotta look. It's like a heartbeat, right? It has ups and downs. And if you look at it macroscopically, if you take a look outside, look, we're kind of just trading sideways here. Yeah, we're down a little bit, but um, we're just kind of trading sideways here. We're not doing too bad. It's good. It's good to trade sideways. You look at this. They trade sideways here for, a while before they got a nice push up. Happens that way. Look how long you trade sideways here. It takes time. You got to be patient. There is no easy money in the market, no quick fast money. It doesn't happen that way. You don't get rich overnight. Like, it's cool you got 5,000 shares, man, but if you're trading with that amount of money, personally, um, I would think that you would have been in the market enough to know that, like, some of this stuff takes time. And again, this is a gamble here that this is going to squeeze uh, again. But as you can see, if not, play it for the recovery play. You should have a backup plan. If you're messing around with 5,000 shares, that's quite a bit of money here to just be tossing in here for a gamble, and to be willing to take out potentially at a loss to go over to Dogecoin, which is actually falling right now and is much more volatile. I would think that you would have been in the market long enough to really see. You got to have a backup, right? So as you can see, my portfolio, yeah, I'm not doing too great right now, but I'm diversified to some extent. I mean, my stronghold in the portfolio is AT&T, not AMC, despite what you may think on the channel. AMC is a huge gamble for me and a huge bet, and now it's the largest position size in the portfolio. But for up until maybe today or last week, AT&T was, and I need to kind of get that back and balance these two out. So try to diversify and keep something steady there. The other thing also is, if you're looking at something like this, you got to say, okay, I want to play it for the squeeze, but I'm also playing it for the recovery. And looking at the recovery here, you can see that there are areas to grow within here. And you can see this is where the squeeze happened. And this is actually where they were at. This is back in 2018. I think that we could potentially get back there with a recovery play. Our bull minimum case is somewhere down here that we're trading along. This is back in 2019 in the summertime. So bare minimum case is that this thing kind of holds steady where it's at this $9 range, which is kind of currently where we're trading at. But we think that there could be some big pops here, right? So it just finds support there, but it also pops. And this is around, like, the 2020 era when we really start to fall out. So could have some ranges here, $12, $13, $14. But the potential for $20 is still there. Matter of fact, you got to look at it here. We're just going to pull back. We're kind of flat now on the RSI. Dude, so your first question, why is it dropping today? Shit, fuck if I know. I mean, every person that I see on Reddit, everybody's holding this thing. People that I know are holding this thing. I'm holding this thing. My buddies are holding this thing. My girlfriend's holding this thing. Everybody that I've been telling about this are still steadily holding. The majority of us are holding, so I don't know who's selling. It's being shorted. And if we pull up Fintel, that information will confirm that it's being shorted. See if it even loads up here. I don't know what's going on with my internet. A little slow right now. Alright, so as you can see here, 150,000 short shares available. Not very much. The borrow rate fee, 21.22%. You can see the amount that they're shorting this, right? This is the percentage. This is a short volume ratio. This is a ratio of the total shares being traded, and then it's right here. So market volume, the amount of shares traded within this day, right, on April 19th. The amount of shares traded, 32,770,100. Short volume ratio, 10 million, 193,694. Short volume, that's what was traded short yesterday. So this percentage is really, really high. These are really, really high. We're being shorted every single day, massively shorted. And how they're shorting 10 million shares, I don't know, because there's only 150,000 available now. There was only like 50,000 available yesterday and 25,000. So where are they getting these 10 million shares to short here? I don't know. I really don't know. But the that's the short volume ratio. So you can see 31, 36, 31, 32, high 20s, low 20. We're being massively, massively shorted here still, even with the amount of shares available. So that's why it's dropping today. They're shorting this thing out because they're scared. Why are they shorting this thing out so much? I mean, it's massive shorts. Why would they short it that much? Why don't they just leave it alone? Because it's so risky. Look at the price it costs for them to short. It's super expensive for them to short. I wish we could see all of them to see where it was at, but very, very expensive for them to keep shorting this thing. So that's why it's dropping today. It's just being shorted. It's just being manipulated to short to scare people to sell. And here you are saying, I'm willing to sell and go to Doge. That's what they're doing. They're trying to scare, we call that paper hands. They're trying to scare the paper hands. The people are scared money, right? Scared money don't make money. They're trying to scare the people who see a little bit of a red day, only 4%, and after we already had up 17% last week and up 3.5% yesterday, we basically just gave back what we had made ground on yesterday. Actually, we're a little bit lower, but we made a little bit yesterday. We ended up kind of pushing down, so we gave it back. Whatever. It's just it's just a scare tactic, man, and it's costly for them. When will it go to the moon? Oh, dude, I don't know. Depends on what the moon is for you. The moon for me is getting this thing above $20. That's for me. I was up about 60-70%. I didn't sell. I thought, hey, 100% sounds pretty good. If this thing gets up above 20, I think it continues to run up. So for me, us getting into liftoff is $20 range. That's when we start seeing this thing blast up. So hell, moon for me is $100. I mean, 500 shares at $100 is quite a bit for me. I like that amount. But again, dude, Mike, if you want to go to Doge, yeah, that's on you, man. You know, but I think probably now is not the day. If you're looking at Doge, maybe wait it out, let it hit its bottom, because it's down to 35 cents now. It's just steadily dropping. You got to be careful. If you can't be willing to hold this on a red day like this, you're gonna have troubles in Dogecoin. I'm telling you, it's much more volatile. So we found our low of the day at 921. We're back in the oversold territory here. We may take this potential to go ahead and buy up some more shares. I kind of want to wait it out and see how low this thing's going to get shorted. We know that 909 is pretty much our level of support, that $9 range. That's at least where I'm anticipating to be strong support there. No coffee this morning. Just a little protein drink. No coffee this morning yet. I'm going to get some coffee. It's not a day without coffee. I feel like if I go a day without coffee, I feel like it was a day wasted. So, steadily making lows here. We'll see where we end up going. So we bought here at 918. Got filled. We wanted to try to attack this sell wall here the best we could. Currently sitting at 500 shares. Dollar cost average of $8.97. And from here on out, we will just be waiting. If this thing does drop even lower than $9, we will be averaging down the entire way down. So we'll just keep some dry powder. We'll keep scaling in, scaling out. See what it does. Hit a low of 915. Very, very surprising here. Just I mean, look at all this on the day here. Just massively, 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 massively shorted. This is their last ditch effort to short. Their last ditch. Not only do we have the share count, I think it's today. I think today they announced the shares. They're trying everything in their power to drive this thing down as far as they can while they still can use these synthetic shares, because I think at the end of the day today they'll announce that how many synthetic shares there are. There's supposed to be 450 million shares outstanding, according to Ortex or Finviz, as I was. We'll pull up Finviz over here. Finviz says that there are 477.65 million shares outstanding, and there should only be 450 and some change. Percentage of short float is 31.68%. Also, they had 109 or 491 million shares outstanding, a while back. And geez, here we go. We're gonna touch that line here, low of 909. So we did hit it. That's our strong level of support there. If we break below that, we may be in some trouble for a little bit. Not even really big sell walls here, so a little surprising. Shit, I'll buy another 100 shares. But from my understanding, today is potentially going to be the day that they announce the synthetic shares, or the tally, right? So they were voting. It was supposed to be 10 business days before the May 4th vote. They started counting on April 11th. Today should be the day that those are finalized and available to the public at the end of business day today. So this afternoon we should get that. Look for some craziness to happen. This is a last-ditch effort for them to massively short this thing while they still can, and try to scare paper hands like Mike. So we got the bounce there at 907. Added another 100 shares today. Is what it is. We actually increased our average share price quite a bit. Not extremely happy with that. 897. However, we're under 9. I do like being under 9. I think we went from like 878 or something all the way up to 897. So almost just roughly about 20 cents. We increased our average price. So not the best. Not the best at all, but we just kept buying shares. Kept buying shares. We'll buy some more. If we dip under $9, I'll put another. I'll buy another 50 shares or something. Now we can actually see our share price here, 898. Look at that. So getting pretty close down there. It is what it is. This kind of stuff happens. No big deal. I'm gonna pull up. Let's see if I got. I'm checking Fintel again. All right, short borrow rate fee has went down to 20.17. I don't really trust that. Short shares available 150,000. I don't really believe that much. That would mean that they covered their shorts, and that could be potentially what's going on right now. That they're trying to cover these shorts. But it would drive the price up. So I don't really believe that too much. Trying to drive this thing down and then cover, and it's just like a cycle for them. But the ruling coming out on Thursday is that they'll have to have collateral for the money that they borrow. So they won't become over leveraged. That's at least the goal. We'll pull up some DD here. I probably won't stream very long today if this thing is doing what it's doing right now. Um, we'll see. I'll watch it as long as there's some action. But I actually do have to jump off and get some work done for my real job very, very soon. So Kodak, it's all going to AMC. Finally reached 40 shares. Blah blah blah. What's going on here? Why can I not see this? Should I sell my 4K in Bitcoin, SNDL, load up, AMC? What was that? We're going to the moon. No, buy Dogecoin. What? Even if it dropped $1, it's not tanking. I turned off my stop loss. Do not sell at a loss. Stop loss is a crime. No one here can give you financial advice. Yeah, it's true. No, buy Dogecoin. This is the AMC chat. Yeah, exactly. Get that clown out of here. Would like to see some Joshua James posts. See if he's got anything. You wouldn't plant a seed and then dig it up every few minutes to see if it has grown. So why do you keep questioning yourself, your hard work, and your decisions? Have patience, stop overthinking, and keep watering your seeds. God dang, Stephen Bartlett, bro. Well said, well said. This is from 6:40 a.m. AMC is being spoofed at market open. This price action is not natural price action. Dude, he called it already. This was posted an hour ago. They already called it. Oh, why'd I do that? It's already been called. I I mean, we know it's manipulation. Just being manipulated here. I don't understand how they can get away with it, but they keep doing it. Eventually, it's going to catch up to them, so it is what it is. Appreciate you, Joshua James. So this is from Lil Rocket at Papa Ape. Nothing they can do make us think this won't squeeze. There's 150 million shares on loan, for God's sake. With short shares depleting by the day, doing these market open dips, they're not even managing their short shares anymore. They are giving up. Be patient, my ape. So that's kind of where we all see it. I see margin calls waiting to happen. Margin debt. I actually kind of want to see this picture here. Let's pull this up a little bit larger. Debt balance and margin. Wait, what? Through December 1996. What the fuck is this guy talking about? Well, it was posted today. I see margin calls waiting to happen. Let's do it. That's all we're waiting for. Some interesting stuff here. I didn't know this. Stock with 10% short interest. CRV started at 300, squeezed to 30,000 in 2008. This is supposed 3 hours ago. Short interest 23.03%. Free float utilization 99.9%. Shares on loan 150.59 million. Average cost to borrow for loans taken out in the last 24 hours 25%. So I think Fintel is lacking on their data. Ortex is showing us that cost to borrow is 25%, and Fintel actually went down to 20. So. Here's Matt Kors. I actually trust him. Short interest is 23.03%, another record. Utilization 99.93%, almost max value. Shares on loan 150.59 million, another record. So every day, we talked about this yesterday, every single day, records and records and records that they're breaking here. All information via Vortex. Being spoofed the market open. This price action, not natural price action. Yeah, that's true, man. Yeah, pretty much. Just looking to see if anything's kind of changing here. Here we go. It's kind of what I want to see. This is the Ortex data for April 20th. This is at 6:08 a.m. I'm not sure if this is Eastern or Central or what time zone this is, but it's giving us the good data in here. Shares on loan 150 million. As you can see there, days to cover is currently 0.88, which I think is what it was yesterday. It has been for a couple days now. 7 days ago it was at 0.77. Cost to borrow, wow, 7.23. 7 days ago it was at 2.74. Utilization is at 99.93. It's up 3.81% over the last 7 days. It's steadily rising here. Estimated short interest percentage of free float is at 23.03%. Just massive, massive, massive numbers. All right, man, I'm still tired today. Better day today. My back's feeling a little bit better. Just trying to see if there's anything up in here. Come on, you know, like going through this stuff just to see what's going on. Did the fast way. All right, so nothing really new and crazy going on over here. I'm gonna close that out. Looks like we hit our bottom down here. Volume kind of not really doing too much. Sub 100,000. Sitting pretty good on the R according to the RSI here, within range of 30 to 70. Nothing crazy really going on. Everything else red in our portfolio. Pretty much a red day here. SPY. Did they make a rebound? Actually, no. They actually took a nosedive. So this isn't just AMC. This is the SPY as a whole here, or this ETF in particular, which is kind of a generalization of the market. But remember, we did look at ETFs. So the way that it works is that ETFs do own shares, and if you short the ETF, then maybe it shorts the shares. I don't know how that works, but I know that they're shorting ETFs to get backdoor access to shorting AMC and GME and stuff like that. We know that they've lost their ass right now. Man, AMTX just steadily falling down. Not looking too good. Not too good at all. Oh. All right. I'll be right back. I think it's time for that morning cup of coffee. I'm going to leave you guys on the chart here.
Mic off. Mic on.
I'm gonna type a quick email on my phone really quickly here. We're just kind of watching the price action, not doing too much. We did find that support down there at 907 and holding up decently. Okay, one email done. Still don't think I understand this other email. Added that. I may just have to type this email. Let's see. Sorry guys, give me one more moment here. Just doing some work for my job. Um, sorry. Just trying to confirm some stuff here. Carpet colors for some of the venues we're building for the golf tournament. Um, yeah, fine. That's cool. It's good right there. All right, should be good. Yeah, looks like market as a whole having a bit of a sell off here, and massively just kind of going down here. So AMC kind of going with it. Normally, I think it had been quite the opposite. However, today it is just trading along with it. So we're starting to make that move upwards here, very very slowly. We did find our support level. I guess we're looking to trade within this range for a little bit today, and kind of see where we're at. I'm gonna put Fintel one more time. I just kind of want to keep going back to them. Oh, that's not Fintel. I mean, it is Fintel, but yeah. So I don't know. I don't know where that information is coming from over there on Fintel. Oh, I always do this. I close out of the AMC or the the YouTube page here. Got to pull it back up. YouTube. Up there. Studio. We're going to leave it there. Go live. And should pull our stream up. There we go. All right, cool. So again, I want to appreciate anybody who's watching now. I've been streaming for about an hour and 37 minutes. We'll probably call it here pretty early today. Not going to stream for as long. Not doing too bad here. We're starting to make that move upward very, very slowly, but volume is very much down. So I will be watching this very closely today to see if anything happens. We did add another 100 shares to our position here, currently sitting at 500 long, dollar cost average of $8.97. So we averaged up once again, and quite a bit this time with adding those 100 shares. So it did kind of move our, you know, average cost up a little bit. I'm not too happy, but you know, it is what it is. It ain't too bad. We added another 100 shares for less than $9, so you know, that's good. It's good. It's fine. So you know, pretty much for every dollar we move up, that's like 500 bucks there. So we get to that 10 range, you know, we'll be, you know, $500 richer. Get to that 11, be 1,000, 12, 1,500, 13, 2,000, 14, 2,500. So a little bit better off than we were. When we were at 14 before, we were up by a little about like 1,600, a little over 1,600. So now, you know, knowing that we'll be up over 2,500, it's good for when we do get back up to that $14 range. But we're fine where we're sitting at right now. We're just going to keep holding this thing, and we'll leave it where it's at. So I just don't see too much happening right now. I think we'll see tomorrow will be a big day. Today I thought it was going to be a big day, and it was a big day. It's pretty nasty there. You know, down 4.87% right now from close of yesterday. So not the greatest news, but the whole market is red right now pretty much. So it's pretty much all we can expect. We'll see if we get a rebound for the afternoon portion. Again, when we go back up to this 180 and we look at, where was it at? I've got to have to find it. It might take me some time here. So you can see here when we start here, let's see, I mean, it's very hard to see there, and I'm not even certain that that is within the same range. I don't know why it's so difficult there. This again is on a 4-hour time frame. But what I'm trying to do is see the high and the low within these 4 hours. That's 12.66% that it was down. Hell, we can even call it 10.5%. So before it had its nice run up to $25 here, this is the 26th, this is the 27th, so within one day, right? Most of the movement in the after hours. You guys can see here, before we had the run up, we took a nasty 10% dive. This is all within the same day here. This is a 4-hour time frame. This is the first portion of the day. We were down 10%, and in the second portion of the day, we ended up climbing back up, you know, 36%. So this thing can get flipped on its head. And you see a lot more volume in the first portion than you did in the second. And then into the after hours, where you really start to see this thing squeezing. That's where a majority of it happened. It did happen again to open within the first portion of the day here when it did squeeze that 25. So just wanted to zoom out a little bit and kind of show you where we kind of stand here. That did have a pullback before it shot up in the same day. So could potentially be in that range. However, you know, according to the RSI here, they're overbought here for a while, for a few days. Then they had that pullback. You can see the pullback here, and then it starts to really shoot. So this is more than likely really the range that they actually started to make the run. They had the pullback. So it took about 3 days, and on the 4th day is when it really started to shoot up. So I mean, it went from $4.81 all the way to 25. So, you know, we'll see what happens. According to where we currently are, we're trading, right here on the RSI. So a little bit down, but it's all right. I mean, not as bad as what we saw on Friday. Friday was a massive push down, and then we got back up, and then it pushed back down again. Still, again, bouncing off that 908 level here. That 90, it actually went to 907. Kind of just holding support there. So we'll see. Yeah, I mean, not the greatest on the Fibonacci here. I mean, even if we're pulling it from the very, very low point, it's just not very good. So it is what it is, right? I mean, nothing we can do about it. They're going to keep shorting it, and they're going to keep forcing themselves into bad positions. Very, very bad positions. So but just think, this was back on April 12th. This was, what, 8 days ago. April 13th, 7 days ago. We were all the way down here at 832. I mean, we're currently up 10% from where we were at back then. So I'm not really that mad at it, right? I'm taking this time, an opportunity to average up, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna keep buying more shares. Keep buying, keep holding, keep buying, keep holding. Rinse, repeat. Keep buying, keep holding. I mean, if you look here from where we started consolidating here, to where we're at, we're still up 62%. I mean, it's not bad. Yeah, we're trading below our 50% range, but we're kind of back up there, but we're still up, 62% since then. I know a lot of people have got in, probably at this time here and still kind of holding. Um, but they're really trying everything in their power to really drive this thing down. It's fine. We're going to trade sideways for a little bit. We'll see. We'll see what happens for the rest of the week. I mean, April 22nd could be a big day. Today still could be a big day. We still could have a huge, huge day today. The biggest issue is we really need to have some good news drop into this thing, because this thing is very news driven. Very much so news driven. And cheers. First cup of coffee of the morning. First and only, I might add. Man, I'm ready for my back to get better so I can get back in the gym. So we are just bouncing off that right around 32 on the RSI here. Probably looking to get a nice little bounce right now, and maybe consolidate a little bit. The biggest issue we're running into is that we just don't have the volume that we need to drive this thing up. At some point, they're just gonna run out of shorts. They're preying on paper hands right here when they short this thing out. It's a last ditch effort to short as much as they can before they can't short anymore. According to the information that we've all received or know about from the SECs, on the 22nd, they're now going to have to maintain collateral in their accounts, to borrow these shares. So the shorting may definitely change after the 22nd. So this may be just a last ditch, like, hey, short as much as you can, drive this thing down as far as you can. But it's very expensive for them to short, because The cost to borrow is definitely high up there. It's above 20%. So depends on who you listen to, if it's Fintel or if it's someone else. Ortex, I think, was a little bit higher. Fintel still saying 20.17% is the short borrow fee rate. I really anticipate that that is a lot higher, at least a percentage or two higher by this point. I'm gonna keep checking it out throughout the day, keep checking in, keep seeing what's happening. You know, let's see where we're at right now. We're trading this bottom channel here, kind of consolidating out, but volume there again, very low. Let's look at the sell walls here. Yeah, see, sell walls are pretty much gone. This is when buying pressure probably could start stepping in and drive this thing up. We do have a big buy there at 133 at 913. So, but this is typically how they do it. They put buy and sell walls directly across from each other to hold the price there, and then they'll move them. See, from 913 to 912, and then they'll move these down from 912 to 911. This is what they do. They put big buys and sells 1 cent apart from each other, and they're basically buying and selling the position. You can see it here, 202 at 911, and then they'll start building up this at 912 to kind of maintain the price here. It's being manipulated. Nicely, it's gone. They're gonna reload here on the buys. They've got the price kind of where they want for now. We'll see if they add them in. I just don't think that that's retail. There it is, boom, right. Look at that, 710 at 910. That's a massive. It's 70,000 shares right there. Jeez, the dump truck sounded like he was racing in here, or the trash truck rather. I want to thank the viewer, whoever you are. Appreciate you coming on watching. Hell, this could be me just watching from the OBS or the the stream here. But hey, if you're watching this thing, I appreciate it a lot. I know we haven't done any scalp trades or day trades, but we shall soon. I'm holding some dry powder in the account right now. We did close out a position in Harley Davidson yesterday, made a nice little 8.98% profit, and that granted us about $1,900 to play with. We've spent probably 900 of that today in AMC, adding another 100 positions to the account, so about $950 or a little bit less that we've used today. So getting ready to test that level at 908 right here to bounce off that level of support. 909 currently, 908. Remember, we did hit a low of 907, so we'll see kind of where we stand. Looks like we're going to be using that level, you know, as some good support here. Kind of getting that bounce. Just checking my emails, waiting to see if I've got some colors confirmed for the carpet that I need to order. 911, so we did get that bounce there. We actually, looks like we might have went down and touched the 907 range, or it's close, very close here. So that's gonna be our level of support for the time being. We're gonna kind of trade down there, but all this overselling here, don't think that that's retail investors or even institutions. I doubt institutions are really selling that much. Not when they've held through everything else we went through. Oh, the headphones are starting to hurt my ears. Been on for too long, too many days. I think we've been streaming for about a little over a month now. You know, we started out live streaming, I think, twice a day, once in the morning, once in the afternoon to recap. A lot of stuff was happening at the time. Now the market has pretty much slowed down, and we've kind of just cut down to live streaming once a day. And need to start making some more videos. I think it's what we're going to end up doing when I have to go back to work, is I'll start just doing some recap and some videos, and we'll just try to grow the channel that way. Right now, it's going to be sad because I'm not going to be able to do any day trades. And right now, I mean, the last couple of days have really kind of been a bear market here. If I go to the stock scan here, let's see if anything pops up. TCAT up okay, $2.19 from close, up 13%. Harley Davidson, ooh, 47. Yeah, well, it is what it is, right? Fisker, right? FSR looks like they're up 5.9%. That's actually pretty good. I was telling my girlfriend, matter of fact, let's take a look at FSR here. Because we saw this on Sunday, and I was showing her pictures of the car here. It's actually kind of down. Oh, come on. They're actually kind of down on the day here. Hit that low of 1223. So where are we at? I don't know if I looked on a 180. I pulled up and was like, yeah. All right, so this is kind of where I saw there potential would be a bounce here, that $12 range. So we did come down and bounce off that. So potentially very, very good time to buy now. Yeah, it is up to 13. But I think potentially is a very good time to buy. I do kind of want to set an alert here. Looks like we're finding some support here at 13. I kind of want to look at a 10-day. Maybe the area where it kind of pulls back and starts running up again. I think she's just nasty sell down. Probably hold off on entering a position there, just because we're so heavily invested in AMC right now. And God, man, when you look at this thing, it just looks nasty there. But again, you know, finding some strong support here at that $9 range. So I feel for you guys who are in above, you know, $9. We're coming to get you soon. Don't worry. Keep holding the bag. We're coming back for you guys. Don't worry. Hell, I just bought another 100 positions today. 100 shares. And more people are buying today. These $9 days, this is a great time to buy. So, guys, we're coming. If you're up in the 10s, the 12s, we're coming to get you. Just hang on a little bit longer. But just look at these. Look at this. They match the bid and the ask price 1 penny apart from each other to stagnate the price there. Huge manipulation what they're doing here. Look at that. 288 at 907. They're just going to match it to hold the price between 907 and 908. That's what they're going to do. That's what they're doing here. Oh, man. Sturdy. They're just going to keep this price here between 907 and 908. Look, it dropped down to 905. That's how they can manipulate this thing. This is not paper hands selling off. This is hedge funds and other people. This is manipulation. But it's all right. This is the time that we buy up. I'm waiting to see if this thing drops any lower. If it does, I'm going to buy up some more shares. Don't think anything else is really going on. I'm going to check Fintel one more time. See if they've updated anything. Currently, they have not. And then I do want to check the AMC Reddit page, just to see if anything has come out on there. Sometimes you get some good news that comes out. A lot of times it's a bunch of junk, but I mean, the problem is like this upvote system. I would prefer to see like the newest stuff. There we go. Change it to new. Here we go. It's from 1 month ago. I put this together to show how close we are to days to cover being over 1, assuming there are 0 more shorted shares, which is highly unlikely, and volume stays low like it has been for the past 2 weeks. We should be over 1 by next week. Some good little DD there. I tried to short one AMC share because someone else said they were unable to. My broker said this security is unavailable to sell short for today. Hmm. Are they really this stupid? Do they think that tanking the price is going to do anything other than put more shares in Diamond Hand Ape's pockets? It hasn't worked yet. Are they masochists? Do they like the pain? Yeah, probably. I mean, that's really all they're doing. We're just buying up more shares. Yep. Here's another good example. This guy's got Disney, GoPro, Starbucks, Ford, right across the board here. It's not just AMC. It's all across the board. Bought the dip, 20K in at 925. Well, dip's still going. E-Trade, 90-day restriction. I'm basically selling stock that I've tanked on all year and YOLOing everything in AMC, but I keep getting warnings saying these purchases are made with unsettled sales that I could be suspended for 90 days. What? If you've tanked on them all year, this is stuff that basically it's unsettled, meaning that you would have just purchased this? Yeah, it's a good faith violation. Hmm. If you're saying that, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that he's probably bought more recently. Let's just talking about the borrow rate. Um, let's go. So this is basically saying call any of your brokers. I did. You can't short AMC right now. They can't locate shares to short. The only shorting happening now is hedge funds lending to hedge funds. The end game. Thanks for the discounts though. Cheap moon tickets. If you are on E-Trade, there's an 800% margin requirement along with the 2% hard to borrow rate fee. So getting very, very hard and expensive to short if you're even able to. Dow Jones, just showing the markets as a whole. Looks like 4/5 of the market is taking a shit. Yeah, pretty much. So it's kind of all we see. The pullback, we also know that they are shorting the hell out of it. 32 minutes ago, utilization almost at 100%, sitting at 99.9%. Filthy. Yeah, it is mad that the price is going down. Yeah, we saw this yesterday. Again, This is GME before the squeeze, or kind of during the squeeze here. We're currently, or this was yesterday, April 19th, 20.4% short borrow rate fee. And then here's GME's back on these days. This is 21st. They went from 21 to 23, from 23 back down to 22, and then on the 22nd, bam. And then within 3 days, I imagine this was a long weekend here. I don't know what that is. 122 to 125, whatever it is here. Probably 3 day weekend. They went from 22 to 32%, and then from 32 to 83. So it was a quick jump in borrow fees. Pretty much like next business day, from 22 to 32, 32 to 83. So it can happen very quickly. Buy the dip and hold. Everyone take a breath. Yeah, it's no big deal. I can't even buy 5 shares. I tried more earlier. What? On Webull. Why can't you buy 5 shares? Buy at market, good for apes. Buy at limit order, bad for apes. So pretty much just saying attack the sell walls here. Yeah, pretty much. When you already been through several worse dips. Yeah, pretty much. No big deal. There's the fee again. What is this? 150,000 available. 20.2%. 150,000 available. 21.2%. So I don't know why it went down. This is actually the data I was looking at. This is from iBorrow Desk. We might have to start using the iBorrow Desk to get some of our information. Yo, what's up, Tim? No, buy more because Volkswagen also dipped before. You need to hold on. Everything goes down. Yeah, I'm not even worried about it. Oh, you must be talking to Mike. I don't know what that dude was talking about, man. Dude was crazy. Wanting to sell to get into Doge. I mean, I'm not trying to call him out, but that's what a shield would say. I have been getting hit with a lot of fake accounts that post these stupid comments. They're not even like real comments. They're like just like random numbers and stuff. So who knows, man. Right on, Tim. Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is there. So we're just going over some data here again. Looking like, I don't know why it went down if we've got the same amount shares available, but it is what it is. See if there's any good comments here. The fee went down. Same thing happened with GME before it squeezed. Dropped 2%, then right back up. Just got to hold. Don't worry. They made the price drop slightly for a nice sell for us. Yeah, same thing. I mean, we're not worried. Just holding on here. Aware of that. Just pointing out it's down and the sell walls are gone. That's 51 minutes. No, sell walls are there. We can confirm. Dude, 906, 905. Just floating around that price here. Little sell wall there. Maybe they're down now, but a few moments ago we were looking. There was buy and sell walls here. Yeah, you can see again. 130, 101, up at 905. They just put them right across from each other here. Not as big as it used to be. It used to be really blatant because they would match. They'd be almost exactly the same. Now they're getting a little bit more tricky with it, I guess. They're putting these sell walls. You know, they're matching the bid and the ask. They used to match the bid and the ask price like a cent from each other with the same amount of buys and sells. Now they're a little bit different, not too far off, but that's definitely how they try to keep the price manipulated here in this range. They'll just they'll match them. So I'm looking at that. Trying to drop down to 904. So as long as we keep attacking the sell wall number on the ask price, then we should be good to keep driving this thing back up. I mean, if you guys are buying, man, I know you want to buy the dips. Attack the sell walls if you can. I've been trying to do it. You know, of course, we want that extra penny, especially when we're averaging up in our position. But it's what it is. I was just looking through some Reddit stuff. I'm gonna pull that back up. Close that out. Where's my Reddit page here? Yeah. Yeah, I pretty much enjoy the dip sell here. It says they have available shorts, also ETF available shorts. They're just laddering the price down, nothing to worry about. Enjoy the dip sell they're giving us and get some more shares. So yeah, my point exactly. We kind of scaled in a little bit. We opened up with like 50 shares, and I wish I would have waited a little bit, but yeah, it's all right. We still added another 100 shares to the position. Pretty much all of AMC stock watching hedge funds try to scare people into selling. I can go lower, yeah. Well, yeah, yeah, sure, sure you can. Yep. All right. Let's enjoy a little bit more coffee here. Just kind of find some good DD for us right now. You know, I actually don't use the so when I'm scanning now, I switched it over. If you guys are on this is AMC stock, all lowercase, all one word, and not plural. So just AMC stock and then Reddit. It's got like 130,000 members in here. So when I'm actually looking for the stocks here or for these posts, I guess what I'm doing now is going to new. The thing is, if I went to top here, is there's a bunch of trash getting upvoted, and so I've been just bombarded with trash posts, shit posts on here, and I'm looking for good DD, and I wonder if that shill is really just upvoting. I mean, because anybody can join this, so who's to say that hedge funds aren't paying people to come in here and be shills and upvote trash and all that kind of stuff just to kind of manipulate. Look at that manipulation. I do want to kind of look at I borrow desk and see what that says. Pre-market sideways or plus, and U.S. markets opening with the same fuckery like nearly every day. Organic growth free market for sure. Yeah, well. Yeah. Did anyone else see it hit from 9:30 to 57:30 in a split second? Yeah, you could be wrong if you haven't slept for 2 days. You say a split second. Yeah, you could just be seeing stuff. I have seen comments like that before where, what was it, in Germany? The price like went up 25, 30 bucks. So this is very interesting. Again, we see this once more. See, the time that I had seen before was different. So what I want to do is I want to pull up his actual Twitter page here and see when he posted this. So this is 1 hour ago. AMC is being spoofed at market open. The price action is not natural price. So up against Ortex's current estimate, short interest of 95 million. Short sellers are down an additional 31.4 mil today on the 3.43% price action. Yep. Today's short volume ratio was 31.7%. We keep getting these consistent high ratios. This is up against FINRA's reported short volume, which was 10 million against total volume roughly 32 million, having a 3.5% move despite a high ratio. Is major, right? I agree. We kind of looked at that earlier. Company Kensington Global Strategies, location Cayman Islands, assets under management $13.25 billion. Owner Citadel. They started liquidating the hedge fund on March 19th, but extended liquidation to its mutual fund the past couple of weeks, wiping out the entire firm worth $3 billion, indicating losses were more than the SEC predicted. Mutual fund managed $1.25 billion and hedge fund managed $760 million. So we read this yesterday or earlier. Got a notification. Was thinking it might be an email. Waiting on an email. ATS Dark Pool update week, March 15th. Remember this day by 4 weeks. Top 10 stocks trade through ETS. United States. This is for AMC. These are the top people who are shorting this thing. Dang, dude, just knocked the fridge over, huh? Yeah. Bitcoin down. That's down. A lot of stuff down. Ain't no thing. Let's check on AMC where we at here. 910. Okay, we hit a low of 901. We got that bounce though at about the $9 range. So is what it is. If we we get low enough, I'll start averaging my position down. Oh wait. For the time being, we already averaged up another 100 shares today, so I'm just gonna keep rocking, see where it's at. Appreciate the viewers, everybody who's watching. I know it's kind of a slow day. We don't have much going on here, but we've got a little bit. We're just trying to see what's happening here. I'll try to go over the information as we get it. I'm here to cover it live as it happens, if it happens, when it happens. So we'll see. So going back. Just looking up in here. What is this? This is Andrew Mo Money, some Fintel stuff, FTDs for AMC, sources Fintel. So, all right then. They don't seem to care at all. Yeah, whatever. They're paying the fees. Buy AMC, not weed. Oh, what? Short sweet score. This is why I gave that score no attention. Well, man, I'd really like to see your score here. It's not available. Do you pay for Fintel? It says it was at 73% yesterday. Yeah, when they first added it, they have some stocks over 350%. I don't think they even know what they're doing with it. Yeah, I noticed that they had added it. It was around 75% a couple days back. Yeah, whatever. I don't pay attention to that crap either. It's just to get more people to buy into Fintel and pay for their subscription service to make some more money. Happy 420, guys. Smoke them if you got it. Ape C red crayon, ape by more. Ape now can count to 100. Yeah, cool, man. How the fuck you got 100.63 shares? You buying a partial share here? I think you probably just put $1 there. I don't like that Robinhood stuff, man. I don't like Robinhood like that. If you can buy a percentage of a share, it's like a $10 share, right? What do you need a percentage of it for? Just buy it out. Just, I don't get it. Another head short attack, yawn, yeah. Okay, okay. Trying to see if anything's popping up here. We don't really see too much. I'm going to go back up to the top. We're going to refresh. See if there's anything going on. Doubt that there will be. It's a pretty slow day. Pretty slow. 423 open interest. The open interest is at $9. Oh, the open interest at $9 is 8,500. Are they trying to keep it under 9 for Friday's close? That's going to cost a fortune. Yeah, okay, I don't give a shit about that. I'm YOLOing hard right now. Every big squeeze had the sudden dip. Looks like a sudden dip. Y'all buying hard too? For sure, you already know. Oh, that's pretty sweet right there. Wheelchair guy here from yesterday's post, aka the Rolling Ape. You guys are the best, but please don't do a GoFund for me. Put your hard-earned cash back into some moon ticks for the greater good of the whole ape family. I appreciate all the love, though. What the hell? What were they doing for a GoFundMe? Buy him a new wheelchair? Not everybody needs to go GoFundMe these days, man. He probably makes some pretty good money. Hell, he's even saying he's got a gold Wall Street Bets guy with diamond hands. No effing way they can keep this up. Sell walls coming down. ASK. Ask yourself. I say ASK. Why do you put all caps, man? It made me say ASK, not ask. Ask yourself what happens when a whale or two jump in on the buying side as well as other institutions. Candy might be sweet, but that would be a catalyst for a big gift to the patient money, not financial advice. SNB in SBNA. Silverback Ninja Ape. Okay. Silverback Ninja Ape. Alright, cool. FU hedge funds. Bar rate fee went down 1%. See if anything has anything to. Okay, whatever. 5 back unemployment. Okay, dang, man. Bro, it's kind of dark. Dang, I mean, it's only 5 grand, bro. You don't need to kill yourself over 5 grand. What's going on up in there? A little too dark for me. Robinhood shows 9.69. Spike around 11.10. Still have Robinhood since I can't transfer cryptos from it. Blah blah blah. Yeah, well, that's Robinhood for you. I don't trust them. The bar rate on my broker Quest trade is going up. Payday is coming soon. Bar rate 25.7. Oh, I don't know where you're getting the info from. It's hard to see. I can't tell what this is saying here. I'm looking back. I'm looking close. I just don't see it. It says, what the hell am I looking at here, son? Indeed, definitely done by an ape. It's exquisite. Okay. Yeah. It's cool. I think it's supposed to say something. I just can't see what it says. Is that a K? Fuck if I know. Alright. Looks like there's not much more going on here. I'll refresh one more time. See what's happening. Today kind of feels like April 14th to April 15th. Don't let little price hike later make you sell. Not financial advice. Yeah, pretty much kind of what I'm seeing too. Little dip here. I'm not really worried about it. It is what it is. I think we'll get back up there very, very soon. So just taking this time to average up a little bit. Personal observation, AMC is down today, but very low volume. The market is also down, but some stocks have surpassed their 10-day volume in less than 2 hours. Is someone raising liquidity? Looks like it. So, Um, It said no comments, but I swear it said a comment. Look at the volume on the QQQ. So what I have heard is that with this ruling on the 22nd coming out, is that they are trying. They're trying to get some collateral here. They're starting to sell off some other positions to cover. They're also banks are issuing bonds and all kind of stuff. Breaking: FBI believes Hometown International in New Jersey Deli, with a 100 million market cap, is a Robinhood shell corporation used to launder stolen client money. That'd be interesting. Today, one finance PhD and former hedge funds, the way they say it right. Today, one finance PhD and former hedge fund manager is stepping forward to make sure regular Americans aren't blindsided. Dr. Steve, I'm just going to call him Swagger, is one of the most widely followed financial analysts in the world, with over 500,000 people relying on his market prediction. And he just announced the clock just started on the biggest financial event in decades. Fortunes will be made and lost, and you likely have weeks to decide which side you'll be on. It all comes down to knowing what's coming and positioning yourself before Biden's first 100 days are up. I said, okay, this is the way. Yeah, what the fuck ever, man. Doesn't say anything. Doesn't say anything, dude. Come on, man. See, there's a lot of shit posting here. That's why you gotta really just be careful. Question found on Yahoo Finance. Someone was asked by TD to share their AMC shares. What? Why did Schwab send an email to all my accounts with AMC stock asking if they would lend their AMC shares to short? Said it was hard to borrow stock, only willing to pay 5% interest. Anyone know what that? What? Okay. I don't know. Say no. Say no, man. We're not lending anything. What's happening? What? Wall Street Bets infiltrated by shills made a simple post asking about AMC DD and got banned. Wow. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, nope. Oh, man. Whatever. I'll just close out of that. Oh, gotta go back. Here we go. We're going to new. Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me. I fumbled in at 14 average instead of on panicking. I joined Reddit and found this beautiful community. Blah blah. Okay, whatever. Hey man, just hang on, bro. We're coming for you. You at 14, we're coming for you. On my 12s, 13s, 14s, we're coming up there. Don't worry, we're gonna get there. So this is very interesting to me. Is someone raising liquidity? This is very interesting. Personal observation: AMC is down, but very low volume. The market is also down, but some stocks have surpassed their 10-day volume in less than 2 hours. Is someone raising liquidity? Meaning, like, are they selling positions to cover because they know what's coming? You know what? We'll pull up Fintel one more time here before we get off. 150,000, 20.17. We know that's whack. Maybe I borrow desk. I wonder if I have to have a subscription for this. T-Cat, what up? T-Cat's actually doing pretty good. Okay, what we're looking for here is AMC, man. What we're looking for here is AMC. This is what we're looking for. Available fee. Alright, so they do have the fee having gone down from 21.2 to 20.2, so 1% down. The amount available still all the same, so very odd, but it's all good. It's all good right here. And I mean, as you can see, we're down here, and these fees are like 9, 10, 12, 7, 4, 2%, 1% fee. And now we're where we're currently at. So, available. What is this? Is this a shares available? Maybe. Is this fee? No, we want to go to available. I don't know. Take the fee off. Make it available. Close. That's available. Alright, so that's fee. So I guess this is the available amount right here. The blue graph here. Looks like we're pretty low on availability. I gotta go get some out of the oven. I'll be right back.
Mic off. Mic on.
Alright, sorry about that. We're just looking through this right here. Shares traded, pretty low. That's at where that's at. Available. Take all that off. Hmm. So I don't know. This says fee. The fee's gone down quite dramatically. It says the fee up here was at 284%. It's probably been shorted for a long time here. It's all the way back from June, but we didn't have the catalyst, so that's what we gotta have. We gotta have the big catalyst. Gotta have. Now we have the you know. This is really what I want to. I guess this is what I wanted to see here. Anyhow, all right. So we're sitting at 20% here, according to iBorrow Desk. Is what it is. I'm gonna close out of all this stuff here. Look like we're making that good little push up here. I'm gonna check the active trader, see where we're kind of at. Still got those the bid and the ask price being pushed here, but we are up into the 920s now, starting to make that little push up, getting a little bit more. All right, so not bad. Getting that little bit of a push up here. Hopefully you guys are able to gobble up some shares in there at that 901 price. But now we're about to reach the overbought territory, so looking to have a little bit of a pullback. We are up. We could continue on up for a little bit more. Potentially 929 and a quarter could be our level of resistance for the time being, but is what it is. So I'm gonna watch it throughout the day, kind of see where it's at. May end up adding to our position size here, but again, the entire market's pretty much down. Just looking to see here what's changed here. Big massive sell-off on the market, so here's what that is. That's what that guy was talking about. QQQ, saying that they're they're gonna be covering pretty soon. So we might have them backed into a corner. We'll see what it is. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it greatly. Get over here, get my OBS going. We'll leave that right there where it's at. Appreciate all the comments. So I hope that we don't have shills getting in here and posting some of the stuff like this Mike Evans guy. I get this a lot. I mean, like, I get that I'm a very small channel and I don't get very many comments, but I get this, when is it gonna moon? Why is it dropping? Like, well, just watch the stream, man. No one's gonna tell you when it's gonna moon, right? No one can tell you the exact date and time. You just got to keep holding and be patient and not be paper-handed. And the data is pointing for something good to happen. So kind of just got to hang on. I mean, we're having one of those days, big sell day, just to scare paper handlers out. And if you're talking about selling and going to Dogecoin, let me just pull up Dogecoin again. to see what price we're at here, because it was not looking too good earlier. It was actually down. The doji is at 36 cents, so you know it did have a little bit of a pullback. It was going down. I don't know, man. You do you, whatever you want, but please don't come on here talking about I'm selling, going to Dogecoin. It's down, blah blah blah. I mean, dude, we just looked at how far this thing was up. You know, from where we're at, from down here, we're still up a good percentage from this low point. You know, to where we're at, we're still up 10% here. Yeah, we had some pullbacks and we're pulling back again, but we could continue this run up here. So, still technically looking pretty good on this trend line we set here. So you gotta give it time. Just gotta give it time. If we drop below $8, then you know whatever you want to do, you do. I don't know. You guys do you. But after we just had a run up here, I had a buddy tell me the other day. Oh my gosh, he was like, "Bro, should I sell?" And I just kind of like, was like, dude, this was on Friday, right? Or Thursday. I'm like, dude, we just ran up like almost 15% in 3 days. And now you want to sell on or Friday, and now you want to sell on the one day we have a little bit of a pullback. We're still up 10% over the last 4 days. Yeah, whatever, man. You do you. But yeah, we're still looking pretty good on the 10-day here. The 10-day, we're still up about 10% here from this low point here. I mean, depends on how you look at it, but yeah, taking from the low point up to where we currently stand, which is about the 920s, that's 10%. That's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's on 6 days. Over the last 6 days, we're up. So, you cannot look at one day and get discouraged and think that it's over, it's done, it's not going to happen. It's having a little bit of pullback. Don't worry. RSI is looking good here. Look at the RSI down here on this. What is this, a 10-day? This is a 20-day. On the 20-day here, look where we're at. We're getting ready to make another little run here. We're pulled back down according to the RSI. We're looking pretty good. The MACD has not indicated a reversal yet, so still, you know, could have another day where we're trading sideways, but I really do think that pretty soon we're gonna boom. Again, look, we're bouncing right off this trend line that we set here. So I don't know. We'll see. Have we got to the first 4 hours today? That's what I want to know. So looking at the 180 here, we have not made it through the first 4 hours yet, but we did bounce off this trend line here, so that's pretty good. Would like to see this thing close up here at the 950 range again. See if we can get up there, close out the first 4 hours. However, again, when we do look back here and we look at the when we started squeeze here, we had a big, that was a big sell before we had that green push, before we rose up to $25. This is at $4.87 here. And again, I just want to show this again. This was all the way down 10%. It went down 10% in the beginning of the day. It probably more if you add the wicks, but where it closed from where it opened, it closed 10%, and then it rose like 25 or it rose 35% in the second portion of the day. We're just now still in the first half of the day, and the reason why I pull that up is that just counting the days from quadruple witching from December 18th until the day that it ran up was about the same amount of days that we're at now from March 19th quadruple witching until where we currently stand. So I'm expecting something very big to start happening very soon here. You never have a time frame. I can't tell you what day it's going to happen. I can just tell you this is my personal opinion that I think that something big is going to happen. So we'll kind of stay around that 9.25 for the time being. Thank you all for watching again. Appreciate it. Until tomorrow, unless something happens today, I'll see you. Peace out.
Mic off.